Tricia with another motivational moment. Let's talk about being a Christian. I am a Christian. I've been a Christian for some time now. Um, it's been pretty good for me for the most. It taught me to be humble. It taught me to be patient. I wasn't always humble. I wasn't always patient. It taught me to love more. It taught me to love one another. I didn't always love one another. Sometimes it get hard when people rub you the wrong way, and you're gonna always have somebody gonna rub you the wrong way, especially when you're a Christian, because they tests you. Not only they tests you, the devil tests you and see what you're gonna do. And even and if he got you, then he wins. But God wants you to continue, be the way you are. You're Christian, being a Christian can be hard sometimes, but you have to learn to ignore the outer life. Don't let everybody get to you. The small things get to you. I know me being a Christian, I used to let little things get to me. What people say would hurt me. But as I grown older and wiser, I learned that those things don't mean anything to me. I used to get all upset, wondering why that person don't like me or why that person get mad at me. That's when I was younger. But once you get older, you don't let those things bother you, because usually God take all that stuff away from you. You don't have to worry about all those troubles and worry about different stupid stuff like that. So yeah, but I love being a Christian. I love spreading the word. I always want to be somebody that somebody can come up and talk to about anything, and I always want to be there for somebody who's needing an ear, to talk to. So I always been the person that would sit down and talk to anybody in a crowd, or somebody that's hurting from a situation, or somebody that's just going through. And I always want to be that person to help somebody out when they need somebody to talk to. And that's why I chose to be a speaker, somebody to talk to you, and somebody that will listen. I love listening to people talk when they're going through, because I know I go through sometimes, and I need somebody to talk to me too also. So I know how it feels to go through stuff and you don't have nobody to talk to. Some people doesn't have family or doesn't have nobody to talk to. But like I was talking to a young lady the other day, she was telling me about her life, about that she's a Christian. She was a Christian, but she had did a lot of stuff, and she didn't think God would love her. I told her, no matter what you do, or what mistakes you made, you got to understand God will forgive you all the time. You just have to go to Him and let Him know those mistakes that you made. He's gonna forgive you. God is a forgiving God. He don't hold on grudges like people do. People on earth hold on to grudges. God don't do that. You make a mistake, you can make a mistake 30 million times. If you go back to God and tell Him, I know I'm a Christian and I felt this and I felt that, He will forgive you. But you have to get on your knees and pray about it. So I told her, don't worry about what you've done or where you've been. I say, if you're a Christian, you're going to remain a Christian. You just got to get on your knees and you pray to God about what you've done. Or if you thought you did something that wasn't pleasing to God, you tell Him about what you did and it wasn't pleasing to Him. Don't ever say you don't want to be a Christian anymore, because that's not what He want to hear. We all make mistakes. Everybody backslides sometimes. I have, and I know how it is. Being a Christian is not easy. It's not something easy that just comes just like that. It just takes some time. It takes patience. You have to be patient when you're a Christian. You have to be able to, when people say stuff about you, you have to be able to just look at them and keep on going. Now, I wasn't always that type to look at a person and keep on going, because I'd be wanting to say something back. But as I grew older, I learned, hey, you know what? They ain't doing nothing for me. They're not paying my bills. They're not putting no food on my table. So I didn't worry about that. So I learned to just continue on doing me and doing what God wanted me to do and go on. That's what people want you to do, especially when you're a Christian. People that's not a Christian, they always try to, test you and see how far they can go with you, how far you let them go. I mean, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you can't say nothing back to somebody that's doing wrong or trying to do you wrong. And, you know, God don't want you to be a dummy. And He wants you to love on people and be nice to people, but He don't want you to be no dummy now. I mean, being a Christian, you don't have to be dumb because you're Christian. So we have to learn to, just because we're Christian, we have feelings too. And so, you know, I told the young lady, continue on praying, continue on striving to be what you want to be, and don't let people bring you down to make you think that you're nobody, because everybody deserves somebody in this world. So yeah, I mean, my life haven't always been easy. It's I had my ups and downs, but I recovered from my ups and downs. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. With losing my husband and losing different other things that was going on in my life, but I have turned my life around to be the person that God wanted me to be, and that's why I'm here today to tell you, you know, life is not always bad. Being a Christian is not always bad. I mean, everybody think when you're a Christian you can't do this, you can't do that. I still listen to R&B music. I love R&B music. That's my thing. I like going to jazz concerts. I just don't go do bars. I don't do clubs. I don't do none of that stuff. But I like going to jazz concerts. I like stuff like that. Being a Christian, you don't have to stop going to a concert if you like a concert. I like gospel concerts. I like it all. But I don't drink and I do not smoke. And I don't down people that drinks and I don't down people that smoke. See, people are out here today, they judge people because they do these things because they're Christians. I don't judge people about what they do because if that's what they do, that's what they do. God have to deal with them, not me. I'm not God, so I can't tell a person, oh, I don't want to be around them because they do that. I don't want to be around them because they do that. That's not what Christians do. Christians love on each other and continue loving on each other, and no matter what they do, no matter what people do, you still have to be you. You can't change or down another person because they're not a Christian or they're not dressing the way you dress or they smell in this way or they you know how people do. You know how people are. People are just devious. They just don't care. And we have to learn to upbring people and don't do that to people just because you somewhere and they're not. So, and you like what I'm saying? Please give me a thumbs up. Love my channel, not like my channel. Love my channel. Love all over my channel. And God bless you guys. And have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.